Good afternoon. I'm Raylene Ramsey. This is your afternoon news fix for Friday, the 3rd of May. The government has urged China to be clear in denouncing the Ukraine war. Foreign Minister Winston Peters spoke about the complex relationship between New Zealand and China in Auckland this morning. He called on the country to halt actions which help Russia rebuild its war-fighting capability. Otago University International Relations Professor Robert Patman says Peters is cleverly saying China needs to think again in supporting Russia.
But he's done it in a conciliatory way. He's also encouraged China to do what it can to persuade North Korea to stop its nuclear and ballistic missile program.
Another 59 staffers at the Ministry of Business, Innovation and Employment have accepted voluntary redundancy. The process first began in January as MB tries to find cost savings of 7.5% before the May budget. Spokesperson Richard Griffiths says the ministry's total net reduction is now the equivalent of 341 full-time positions. And more than 3,000 jobs are now set to go at a range of government agencies and departments. Among them, 800 job cuts announced in the past 24 hours at Kāinga Ora, the Ministry of Education, NZQA, Stats NZ and the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development. PSA National Secretary Fleur Fitzsimmons says such a massive gutting of the public service will be damaging.
The government is putting tax cuts and a windfall for landlords ahead of critical public services that we all rely on. It's irresponsible and dangerous.
Worldline NZ data shows April's consumer spending was almost 2% down from the same time last year. Retail NZ Chief Executive Carolyn Young says the sector wants positive commentary from the government about action they're going to take to improve consumerism. Donald Trump is continuing to suggest the 2020 election, which he lost, was rigged. The former American president is attempting another shot at the top job against incumbent Democrat Joe Biden, who won against him in 2020. Trump says if everything's honest in this year's election, he'll gladly accept the results. And if it's not what he deems honest, he says people will have to fight for the right of the country. CNN's Jake Tapper says Trump's used that term before.
Very similar words to what he told his supporters on January 6, 2021, before they stormed the Capitol.
National brought in more than $10 million worth of donations last year. That's more than twice as much as any other political party. National's $10.4 million election year war chest eclipsed Labour, which brought in $4.8 million, and ACT with $4.3. The Green Party raised $3.3 million last year and NZ First $1.8. Te Pāti Māori disclosed $161,000 of donations. In sport, New Zealand Rugby is downplaying the cash-on offer in a possible lucrative $1.5 billion deal with Qatar for the New Nations Championship from 2026. American golfing great Tiger Woods has accepted a special exemption to play in next month's US Open at Pinehurst in North Carolina. And in football, the English Premier League has missed out on a fifth Champions League qualification spot to Germany's Bundesliga for next season. I'm Raylene Ramsey, and that is your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update tomorrow morning from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.